Right, so if you guys don't know, they did drop the schedule for this month of August, right? So right now, we are still in the previous one, which I probably have bookmarked somewhere, but I want to click on my bookmark because there's probably some porn in there. So yeah, we have the release schedule of this month. So this is very important for us folks. And we can see here the first event that we're going to be getting is going to be in tomorrow, actually. And we are going to be getting some new pools. We're going to get a new character, which is Narita Taishin? Is that Taishin? Let me double check. Anyway, we're going to check her out. So we're going to do upcoming characters. Narita... It is Taishin. Okay, I'm not wrong. So she is coming out. The thing with this Narita, she's actually pretty good. She's actually a pretty good character. As you can see here, she has 10% speed on growth, which is pretty nice. Now she has guts growth, which that is not as good, unfortunately. But it's not a big deal. Now, the reason why she's useful, she runs well on turf, medium long. She can run on end closer, but she can also be a late surger if you level this up easily enough. And then her unique skill, increase velocity with smoldering ambition when moving up from position toward the back of the pack on the final corner. So the reason why this is a good character is that basically she is the ultimate end closer parent at the moment, and I think for a long time. I think she can still be used as a parent nowadays, even in the Japanese server. I might be wrong. I'm sorry, I'm not like a guide maker, or I haven't played the Japanese on the Japanese server, so I'm just telling you the information that I've heard about or I've looked into. So sometimes I'm wrong, but as far as I know, this is the reason why she's going to be useful, because she's going to be a fantastic parent for end closer for a long time. So Nemesis here is very good. You get more velocity when you pass other character, when you're in the back of the pack on the final corner, which is great. Lone Wolf is a good skill as well. This basically just makes it so if nobody has Lone Wolf, then you get a buff to your stat, which the worst that can happen is that you cancel someone else's Lone Wolf. So that's kind of a W, right? Standing by, you decrease fatigue mid-race. This is a pretty good recovery skill because it's mid-race. Generally, recovery skills that are less good need like annoying requirements like being blocked, so like being surrounded and stuff like that. Those are really bad. And other that like triggers early race, also not as efficient, because early race you're not gonna have a need to recover your stamina. So mid-race here, this is actually pretty good, especially because she works well for like long races and medium races, so she benefits more from stamina than other characters, right? Yeah, exactly, Merchant. This is why Lone Wolf is so good. Murmur, it's a pretty good debuff. It slightly disturbs runner directly ahead mid-race, and because she's an end closer, that's gonna work on everyone. Well, it's gonna work on the one ahead of you. There's always gonna be someone ahead of you, basically, because you're gonna be at the end of the race. This is not as good as, you know, like skills that Nice Nature can have, which is like literally everyone in front of you that she can see. This is only directly ahead of you. But it's still pretty good. So this is a stamina drain, right? So this lowers the enemy's stamina, which can be quite efficient for mid and long races when stamina is so important, because if they don't have enough stamina, they will lose velocity toward the end, which is massive. The other thing with stamina is that basically the lower your stamina is, the longer it will take for you to reach your last spurt, if I understand that correctly. So basically, I'm gonna open Paint. Let's say that the race is like this, right? And this is here, this is the end. Okay, the end is here, but this is like the last spurt, I should say. So let's say spurt, right? And this is the end, okay? The problem is that basically, if you have enough stamina, your spurt is gonna start here, right? So, good stamina. I'm gonna just say sta, okay? So you're gonna start accelerating to your max velocity and go crazy here. The problem is that if you don't have enough stamina, because either you didn't build your horse properly or your stamina got drained, you are not going to start accelerating here because you don't have enough stamina. Your spurt is going to start later. And that is why here there's going to be bad stamina. That's why you get absolutely destroyed if you don't have enough stamina. Because you're going to start accelerating later and you're going to lose velocity and all that stuff. So this is really, really dangerous. That's why the buffers are so prevalent. That's why everybody loves Nice Nature and try to build her as Mean Nature and all that stuff. Anyway, moving on. Straight over spurt, this is nice. You get increased acceleration the last spurt, which is very good. You definitely want that to be able to overtake other racers, especially when you're end closer, because you're gonna have to pass a lot more people. Sleeping Lion. So Sleeping Lion, I think the problem with it is that there is actually the way that Sleeping Lions procs. This only activates if there is a distance differential rate of 75. And I think what it means is that basically, we're gonna need paint again. Basically, what it means is that this is the race, and this is where the top one is, okay? And you, as an encloser, you are gonna be, let's say, here, okay? You. And the issue with Sleeping Lion is that it can be hard to proc because basically the top one determines the distance that you are from it. And you need to be further than 75%. So let's say 75% goes all the way to here. It's only Sleeping Lion will only proc if you're lower than this, okay? So the issue is that if for some reason you are too fast and you end up here, Sleeping Lion will not proc, okay? So that's why a lot of people don't really like Sleeping Lion, because it can have some RNG. Now, if you are careful and you don't have acceleration skill too early, that's why people want acceleration skill late, in the late aspect of the race, to make sure that you will not waste your Sleeping Lion, right? That's the idea. So you gotta be careful with Sleeping Lion, because that will only recover if you're far enough from the first, the front runner, essentially, right? So this is okay, but there's a little bit of RNG there, and you gotta build your horse properly to make sure you don't waste it, essentially. Now, encloser straight away, this is great. You get more velocity on the straight. This is a pretty general skills. Those are very good as long as you are an encloser. And then Encroaching Shadow. Encroaching Shadow is very good. You increase your acceleration on the straight in the last spurt. And this is going to be very good because I'm pretty sure most last spurts are straights anyway. Most of them. Okay, the confusing part is that like the last spurt part of the race is not the same thing as when the horse enters last spurt. It's a complicated world. But anyway, just keep in mind, this will happen at the last part of the game. And a 0.4 acceleration increase, even for a duration of 0.9 seconds, is very, very good. This is like a massive skill for Encloser, and this is why she's so good for this, right? And now, skill from events, standing by, decrease fatigue mid-race, that's pretty good. And I think if we look at her objectives, there's nothing too bad here. Hopeful Stake is a great race, so it's nice to see. Then she does the Triple Crown, Satsuki Tokyo Yushun, that's the Japanese Derby, Kikukasho. Neikei is easy enough. And then you got like Tenosho Spring, Tenosho Autumn, and Arima Kinen. So nothing too egregious. As you can see, she only does medium and long races, which mean that you don't have to dip into like some random mile races and stuff like that, which is not really a pain in the butt. And then she has all of these events that I'm not going to go over. But basically, she is like the very, very good Encloser parent. And that's why a lot of people would say that you want to pull for her. Now, moving on, this card here, I don't even remember which it is. Is that? I don't know who it is. I'm pretty sure this card is not super interesting. If we check support card and we do release date, show upcoming support, ascending, we are currently around Oh, it's Yaino Muteki. I mean, this looks pretty good. Is she like a singer or something? Anyway, as you can see here, I'm gonna like max cap it. Friendship bonus is okay. Hint level 4, pretty good. Hit frequency 60%, that's pretty good. Mood effect, it's not the best thing in the world. Training effectiveness 5%, that's a bit low. And then race bonus, find bonus, those are pretty good. Power bonus is okay. I think the problem with this card is that there's not really a good reason to really pull for her when we have better cards upcoming. Especially when you consider that if you've been pulling for like, you know, if you've been pulling for, you know, Kita-san Black, as most people have, let's be honest, there is not really a big chance that you have a lot of resources right now. And the thing is that there are a lot of like SR cards that are very good and can make you power through, especially the early game, right? So if you check at like max limit break, you can see here friendship bonus. There's better friendship bonus here with Hishi Amazon, with Mihono Barbon, even with Agnes Digital. So friendship bonus here is pretty low. Mood effect is not the most important thing. And even then, if you use any of those SR cards, the lowest you can get is 30, which is fine. She doesn't have stamina bonus, so she doesn't give you like stamina. She does have power bonus, which can be also obtained with Mihono Barbon. Training effectiveness is not the highest, but she does have it, which like something like Hishi Amazon that's very, very often used doesn't. She doesn't give you initial power, which is quite unfortunate. Here you get 20 with Ishii, 40 with Agnes Digital, so that's pretty nice. Initial friendship is okay, but it could be better. Race bonus, you see, race and fan levels are the same as Ishii Amazon. Hint level, very, very high, right? And the hit frequency is also very high. This is very nice if you need those hints. And then special priority is pretty low. Let's be real here. So the problem here is like, is there really a big, like this card is not good enough that you really want to pull for her and MLB it compared to the SR cards that are already in the game. And that's why this card is like in kind of an unfortunate space. Now for the skill hint, ramp up is okay. Home stretch haste is pretty good. Prepare to pass, up tempo. Tail held high, I will say is a very good skill. So all of those skills are pretty good when you use characters that will pass a lot of other racers. So like, you know, like End Closer, Late Surger, those are going to be pretty good for like Tail Hell High and stuff like that. Now, I would not recommend pulling for her. We have some very good SR options, so I think it's not necessary. Now, moving on to what else we got? The GW Celebration Hijack. This is something a bit special. This is a celebration for that was the Golden Week, okay? That's why GW is Golden Week celebration. So this is, if you guys don't know, in Japan, it's the Golden Week. I think it's early in the year. Basically, it's like 1 week of vacation, of holidays. That's when you don't get any chapters of your favorite mangas online. And essentially, Golden Week, Gold Ship, they are going to give you a lot of resources. So I think the reason we are getting exactly like 546 or 564, and I think it's because it's like Gorudoshi, and Go I think is 5 or 6. No, I think it's 5. Roku is 6, and Shi is 3. So I think you get 563. Is that what you get? You get like 563 cards a day for like a week or something. For like the duration, for like, yeah, I think it's a week or 8 days. So this just gives us a massive amount of cards for free, for no reason. Well, for reason, for holiday. So this is fantastic. We're going to be getting a lot of cards here. You love it. You love to see it. So you just log in daily, get those cards. It's fantastic. Power cards are really weird. It's not many cases in the future where I feel like needed them. Yeah, fair enough. I feel like right now, some power cards is pretty good. And Gold Chip Week is also a player of Golden Week. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Gold Chip Week X, yes sir. So this is gonna be very, very, very cool. And yeah, power card. I've been using power cards for like a mile and sprints, just because I'm lacking some power a little bit. It's been pretty useful, but every now and then I feel like I would almost prefer running some wheat card for some. I don't know. I just like getting a lot of wheat for sprint and mile. Anyway, moving on. New trainees. So here we have Smart Falcon. I'm pretty sure. Smart Falcon is gonna be very good for dirt races. She has 20% speed, 10% power. This is absolutely awesome. This is what you want for mile racing. She has A in dirt, mile, medium, she has A as well. She has B in short, so you can definitely increase that if you want, but our turf is E, so, you know, keep that in mind. It's like, I don't think there's a lot of... Are there a lot of sprint dirt? I haven't really seen them, but probably. But like for like team trials and stuff like that, dirt is always mile. And so, yeah. She's a front runner. Sparkly Stardom, become empowered against ceding the spotlight when about to lose the lead on a straight mid-race. This is very good. Basically, when someone tries to pass you, right, you're gonna get empowered and stop. You're gonna get an increase of acceleration and speed, both of them. So basically, she does not want to lose the spotlight and she will get massive buff, which lasts 5 seconds, which is huge. So you have to be in the front during a mid-race straight, and you have to compete for position. The idea is that someone is like fighting for you to overcome you. You're gonna get that buff triggered, and you're gonna keep your front running position. She is a fantastic dirt racing for a good while. Exactly, Merchant Wolf. So she is very good. Now, should you pull for her? I feel like it's not absolutely necessary, but she's gonna be very good for that. Prudent positioning. It's not absolutely necessary. Increase in lane movement means that when you switch lanes, you get better speed. I think the prime with this, or you get increased speed for lane movement. The issue with this is that I'm pretty sure even in the future, there's going to be an update to how racers run, and they're not going to pack together as tightly as right now. So it's not going to be the most useful thing. Front runner savvy is pretty good. Slightly increased velocity when engaged in challenge mid-race. Top pick, this actually kind of works the same as Sparkly Stardom. It's not as strong. It doesn't only procs on straight, and this will only increase your speed, but this is pretty nice. Then here, she gets wet condition. I mean, this is alright. Basically, if the ground is not firm, then she gets a buff. And this is a buff to power, which is kind of nice. Center stage, navigation, early race. I think this is again some more lane movement speed. To be honest, this kind of help you into getting into a better position, so that could be good. Is center stage just an upgrade to top pick? I don't know actually. Oil race courses, that's gonna give you some stamina if you are on those races. Training in the chart, increased velocity when engaged in challenge mid-race. So as you can see, she has a lot of skill that gives her buffs when she's in a challenge. When someone is trying to overcome her, when someone is challenging her for the top position, she will get speed, she will get power, and she will try to make sure that she stays in front, right? Little Sprite, avoid being passed. Again, another one of those. Top pick, we saw it earlier. She can get Kawasaki racetrack. So those are a lot of racetrack that are specifically for dirt, right? So Kawasaki, that's dirt places. Oi is also a lot of dirt. You see a lot of them during the summer, actually. Wet condition for any, like, bad weather. And there we go. Promising Omen, another dirt skill. If you're in the first half of the pack during the second half of the middle leg, your speed will slightly increase, which, as a front runner, she's always going to be in that middle first half. So she has great skill. Here you can see you need to place in 2 pre-op. Satsuki Show, fair enough. So you gotta be careful with Satsuki Show here, because Satsuki Show is actually a turf race, and we saw earlier that she has a E in turf. So it's gonna be very hard to actually place properly here. Now you don't need to place, you just need to participate. So you can just tank this one, and it's not really an issue, because it's like the Arima Kiden for Haruurara. You don't need to win, you can be 16, it's fine. But you know, I'm sure some people will want to try and be first for the Satsuki Show. I'm sure it's possible if you get some nice, you know, lineage and get your turf higher. But that's going to be a rough one, right? Japanese Derby. Now we get into more dirt, and older. So I would say that's the only one that you might want. Like if you want to try to win this for fun, you can definitely do that, but it's not necessary. So overall, it's not too bad. Then starting in the third year, you need to be first for all those races. So yeah, nothing too complicated here, I would say here. So yeah, she's gonna be a very good one, for sure. Now the issue is that because they come out after one another here, it's going to be probably hard to get both of them. So I would say maybe pick one of them that you prefer and probably go for them. Now moving on, we have a rerun. Well, not technically a rerun, but we got a banner with Super Creep and Tazuna. Super Creek is very good. This is a great stamina card. Absolutely fantastic for a long time. Everybody, I don't think I need to talk about Super Creek that much. She's fantastic. She's gonna be great. Definitely, if you have some carrots and you want to get more SR cards and stuff like that, this is a good place to drop your carrots. Tazuna is pretty good for URA, but pretty much only there. So I feel like if you don't pull for Tazuna, pretty much, right? I think it's not necessary to pull for her. Might as well save for something else, right? But I mean, getting some Super Creek would be great. Then on August 17th, we're getting the Taurus Cup, and this is what I'm starting to work towards. This is the actual real PvP of the game. Team Trial is not even considered PvP by, you know, like Japanese players and the other service players. But here, it's actual PvP. You got 3 horse. It's a 3v3, basically, right? From what I understand. And we know what course it is. It's Tokyo Turf 2400. It's medium. It's counterclockwise. It's going to be in spring, sunny weather, firm condition. And you're going to need to build your horses for this. This is the important part. It's going to be like 2 different grades. There's going to be the graded one and the open one. And I believe the open one, you can have any of your horses, any of your umas, regardless of their ranks. And then the graded one, you need to be under, like, you can't have B. You can't have higher than B or B+. But the rewards are way lower. So basically, this is going to be the one place where you get a lot of resources, lots of rewards from participating in it. Lots of carrots and tickets and all that stuff. Now it's going to be a bit hard. This is where the sweaty people are going to be. Now there's a lot of players because this is a global server, so it's definitely worth participating. Don't feel like, oh, you're free to play, I shouldn't participate in this, I'm gonna get wrecked by, you know, whales and stuff. Even if you lose, you still get some rewards, so definitely participate. You can send your favorite waifus and whatnot. It's not a big deal. Just do your best and don't worry too much, but this is definitely the place where you can sweat if you want to try and get the best result. So yeah. I suppose the restricted one is the lowest one from the open one. Yeah, exactly. But some people like to do the restricted one because they feel like, oh, I've got like, you need to work with like restricted, you know, conditions, and it's kind of fun for some people. So yeah, anyway, this is pretty fun. I'm excited for this. I'm gonna try to do my best. I'm not gonna be like putting everything on the line. I'm not like putting my life on the line for the carrots, but I'm gonna try to do the best with what I've got. And just have some fun, yeah. If you don't feel like getting destroyed, it's fine. Yeah, absolutely. But I feel like just send your favorites, even if they don't the best, and like cheer them on, even if they lose. It's not a big deal. They did a good race, and you can give them some pat-pats. Now moving on, we have some new trainee and support card. This is Narita Brian. She's kind of mid, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure. She's not really super worth it. She has 10 speed, 20 long, turf medium, 27, sorry, medium long, pace late. She's a super cool character. She's a badass character. But like in terms of absolutely necessary character, like Narita here, she's a fantastic enclosure parent. Smart Falcon, fantastic dirt racer. By comparison, she's not as necessary, so I think a lot of people might skip her for that if they're more into metas. Now, if she's your waifu, please pull for her. Never pull for meta. Waifu, okay, not never, but always pull for waifu over meta is what I mean. And she's a badass character. Although she was being a little bit of a silly billy during the whole... Was it with... Is it in the Karu Mayano Top Gun? Where she's like, oh, I'm gonna quit after this. And you have to beat her up and tell her, no, you're not quitting yet. Anyway, she can be a pace, late, medium, long. She can run in mile easily because she has a B rank, so this is easily upgradable. Increase velocity with beastly strength when passing another runner on the outside of the foul corner or later. So that's pretty interesting. You see here that she needs to be under... Oh my god, those are so complicated, I swear to god. Condition. Order rate, 75. under 75. So you need to be close enough to the front. It has to be the final corner. And you need to be higher than 7th or 9th. So basically, this is probably gonna be better for like pace or late. Probably not for encloser. And you need to... This only activates if you're behind someone else by not too far, basically. Dude, those conditions are so complicated in my brain. I just can't do it. And here is just final corner. Increase target speed. So basically... Either it activates during the final corner and you get like a strong target speed increase to 0.45, or if it triggers later, it's not gonna be as good. It's gonna be 0.35. So basically, what is nice here is that if it doesn't activate directly, like at the start of the final corner, it might activate later. But the buff is not gonna be as good, but it's still pretty decent. The duration of being 5 seconds is pretty nice. Straight away, the depth is great. Medium straight away is great. Decreased fatigue mid-race as a base chaser. This is really good as well, so you probably want to play her as a base chaser. Beeline burst, increased velocity on the straight is very good. Home stretch is very good. Lone wolf again, very good. But in mind, increased velocity in the life spurt, this is great as well. Slightly increased fatigue when determined to pass another runner in long. This is okay. And then it seemed like here, this is pretty good. Acai High. It's not my favorite. I prefer the juvenile fillies, but this is okay. She does the triple crown. She does Ari Makinen on the 2nd year. Hanshin Daishoten. Then she does the Tenosho here. And then we got a Autumn triple crown as well again here. So yeah, not really anything to write home about. So yeah, she seems to be pretty good. I don't think she's like meta-defining, but she seems pretty good indeed. Now the other card we're going to be getting here is going to be Sakura Chiyono. Beeline burst is not great because it only lasts 0.9 seconds compared to most skill that lasts 1.5 to 3 seconds. Oh, naruhodo. Okay. So if you don't have anything better, I guess it will work, but there is definitely better options. Fair enough. Sakura actually really liked Chiyono O. I think she's super cute. She comes out right after TM Opera O and Haru Urara New Year, which is unfortunate. But this card is coming out relatively early. And you can see here she's a stamina card. If we had to compare Chiyo, is it Chiyono? Chi. There she is. Okay. So we'll check the stamina card. I think the big one are gonna be like Super Creek, and then it's gonna be like Mayana Top Gun, probably something like Cafe, and is there another one I should check here? Nah, I think those are the big ones that are currently available. Maybe I'll put Major My Queen because she's free. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Merchant. So if you look here, Friendship Bonus, it's lower. It's equivalent to Manhattan Cafe. Mood Effect is super high, but Mood Effect is not the best. The thing with Mood Effect is basically when your mood is in good or great, you get like a 2% increase to your training. To 4% increase at great, I think. And basically, Mood Effect means that if you train with her and you have like good or great, it's going to increase that buff by 60%. I think this is what it means. So if you have a 4% increase due to great mood, that's gonna become a 5.4% increase instead of 4%. I think this is basically how it works. So it's nice to have as a bonus, but don't feel like this is insane just because you have a high mood effect, okay? Other lines are better. Stamina bonus is good. Training effectiveness, it's as good as Manhattan Cafe. She doesn't have initial stamina. Initial friendship gouge is good. Same as Manhattan Cafe here. Race bonus very high, and fan bonus is pretty good as well. Race bonus here being this high is actually kind of crazy. This would be pretty good for like make a race or whatever it's called, like the scenario 3, I think. But it's only by 5%. You can be fine with Super Creek or Manhattan Cafe. Hint level 2, hint frequency 40, it's slightly higher than Manhattan Cafe. Specialty priority, it's actually the lowest here. So I'm not gonna lie, I think this card, as a stat stick, is just not that good. Make a new track, thank you. As a stat stick, it's actually not that good. If you have Manhattan Cafe for LB, like LMB, it's just straight up better. Majuro My Queen, which is a welfare card, right? She has higher friendship bonus, she has stamina bonus, guts bonus as well. She doesn't have training effectiveness, sadly, but she does have initial stamina, and the rest is good enough that you just don't need to pull for her, honestly. I'm gonna be honest here. Steadfast, Shifting Gear, Medium Corner is good, Patience to Savvy is pretty good. So, Shifting Gear, this gives you acceleration, I'm pretty sure. Passing ability, increased target speed, 1.2 seconds. It's not game breaking. Steadfast, medium final corner activation, 3 seconds, increased target speed by 0.15. It's alright. I guess it's alright. Events, skill points. Oh, that's a random. Bottom option is energy and mood 1. I will say this event is very good. Top option can heal a negative status effect. Or you lose energy and you gain guts. I would always pick the bottom option, I'm not gonna lie. Then here we have lots of energy down, damn. Energy down, stamina 20, skill point 10, speed star 3. Speed star is pretty nice. Speed star is the thing you can get from Fine Motion. So this is not bad. Bottom option gives you speed, stamina, power, skill points. You lose a lot of energy from her, actually, that's kind of crazy. Energy down, power plus 20, or energy plus 5, skill point plus 10. Energy 5, stamina 5. Or you can get Spring Runner. Honestly, I think this card is just not worth it. I'm not gonna lie. You have some great option in SR. Super Creek is just way better, and she is on banner just before her, before here, right there, which is like 9 days before. There's literally no reason to pull here. I'm sorry. It is what it is. If you love this card, if you like the art, go for it, but, you know, be warned. Now we have the new Legend races, so this is gonna be great. We'll get Tikezo, winning tickets, vodka, and Tokai Teo. This is great to try and get those to 3-star. And if you don't have Tokai Teo, this is a great opportunity to try and obtain her from here. So, you know, you can prepare for those. I think we can check Game Tora Legend race. And here we can see in advance what the races are going to be. And those are going to be the Japan Derby. So it's going to be medium turf, 2,400 meters. And you can see the stats here. So, you know what to prepare, basically. You know what you need for those. It's going to be at the end of the month. So you basically have 3 weeks to prepare for that. So you got this, basically. Okay? So, yeah, check this out. Figure out how you want to build your horses for this. And you can make it work. I believe in you. Now, moving on, we have the new trainees and support card. This is actually going to be a new special event. It's going to be linked to Racing Heart Beauty in Bloom. It's a story event that's going to be coming, featuring Air Groove and Mayano Top Gun. So, if we check... Dude, what was it called? It had a different name in Japanese. So if I do Umamusume story events, I found a nice website that showed everything. There it is. Okay, there it is. It was Game Tora as always. Blooming Maiden June's Pride. I don't know why it was a different name. Like June's Pride, but here they changed it in English to Beauty in Bloom. But that's A-okay. So here, it's gonna be running for, I don't know how long. It's gonna be running for about 2 weeks. And this is gonna be the same as the first event we got. It was the same as the one that just ended, Brand New Friends. And basically, you get points from participating with specific horses and specific support cards and all that good stuff. By getting points, you can obtain some nice rewards, including a free SSR card, which is gonna be this Major Dober SSR with card. And she's super pretty in here. Major Dober is incredible waifu. So this time, we're not getting an SSR and an NSR. This is only an SSR. And this card... it's gonna be an okay welfare card again. If I do this and I do Dober, I don't know why I typed Dobar. So the thing is that the problem I think is that we have a lot of pretty good cards in Wheat. Like I can even remove those and put like Anistakion and Mati, and then we obviously have like Fine Motion, right? So you can see here, friendship bonus is okay, mood effects, is alright. We get wit bonus, we get training effectiveness of 5%, so this is on the same level as Mati and Agnes, right? We have no initial wit, initial friendship gauge is relatively low. Race bonus and fan bonus is kind of good, but if you check here, Agnes, Marvelous is like the best SR, right? She's under the 20% fan bonus. She's under Fine Motion as well. She has no hint level, no hint frequency. Special priority is relatively low. It's on the same level as Mati and Fine Motion, but you can see Marvelous and Agnes both have 50, so that's better. She doesn't have skill point bonus, which is unfortunate. Only Agnes has it as for MLB. And then she does have 5 friendship recovery. Basically, that gives you 5 energy if you train with her on wheat training. So overall, she's kind of, as a statistic, she's just not super insanely good. So let's say that you have Marvelous Sunday MLB or Fine Motion MLB, or even like an already like invested in Agnes Takion or Mati. There's probably not really a massive need to get her, right? Or like to use her, because you're gonna get her for free, but getting her to level 50 is very expensive, right? Kyoto Racecourse, Sunny Day, Up Tempo, Steadfast, Late Surge Savvy. It's relatively decent. And then here we have her events. Lose energy, so Guts 5, Wisdom 5, that's whatever. Guts, Wisdom, Skill Point, that's okay. Energy minus 10, Guts, so I don't like those. I prefer event that gives you energy. Bigger picture. Widen field of view when heightened observation mid-race, Late Surger. Bigger picture is actually pretty good. I think this is pretty decent if you're trying to make a debuffer. If you put the bigger picture like Min Nature or something, a larger field of view will mean that you will actually see more people and you will debuff more people. The last 3 seconds. So in theory, this is something that can be used, but it's not like mind-boggling outside of that. I think it also helps to make sure that like you get yourself into a better position. Oh, here you do get energy or mood from her random events. And here, 45 skill point on a Yielding Spirit, that's okay. I think she's an okay with card. It's decent enough. Now, for the banners themselves, we're actually getting Wedding Mayano and Wedding Air Groove. Honestly, I don't really have much to say about them because I don't know too much. But basically, it's just a new costume here. We got 10 speed, 10 stamina, 10 wheat. She can do medium long. She can do any strategy. That's pretty classic for Mayano. Turf is good. Increase velocity when passing another runner toward the front of the final corner. If passing toward the back, increase acceleration instead. So this is pretty fun because basically this works for any strategy. If you play in the front with front or pace, then you get speed. If you play like in the end of the pack with late or encloser, then you'll get acceleration, which is something you need more when you're in the back. Corner recovery, fantastic. This is what gets into Swing a Maestro. Shoot step that increase your navigation. That will buff also. That buffs your acceleration, right? Murmur, this disturbs people ahead of you. That's a stamina drain. Focus is a great ability. Mystifying, man, she can actually be a debuffer. Mystifying Murmur is crazy. This is why Mystifying Murmur, which is the upgrade of Murmur, is insane. Because instead of being just directly ahead, this is all enemy girls ahead of you. This is huge. That's why this is so good. Corner Adept is great. And she also gets Swing Maestro. Damn! Yo, this Bayano is actually pretty good. I like her. Straightaway Adept, straightaway acceleration, pace straight. Dude, she's great. I actually like her a lot. Okay, interesting. Now for Air Groove, 10% speed, 10% strength, 10% guts. Turf, medium, she can be increased. She can have short and mild increase relatively decently enough. She can be pace or late. At all moment, increase velocity when starting to make a move from a position toward the front mid-race. Trying to make a move? Oh, this means you're trying to overtake someone. And you have to be lower than 5th. So if you're between 2nd and 4th, basically, this can activate. So this is not something that activates when you're a front runner, right? Because trying to make a move is trying to overtake someone. So this is great for pace and late surger. I think it's going to be better for pace, so you're sure that you're not going to be higher than 5th or 6th, right? That's when it won't activate. Corner acceleration is good. Indoor experience is okay. Patience to corner is great. Patience to savvy is good. Big sisterly. Increased passing ability. Increased targeting speed for 1.8 seconds. That's okay. That works in conjunction with some movement, so that's something. Ramp up, you get Facility when passing another runner. Kono Connoisseur, this is pretty good, this is pretty decent. It increases your acceleration on the corner with masterful turning. It's okay, I don't think it's gonna be as good as the Velocity one. I don't know, I guess it kind of depends. I prefer the Velocity one, I don't know. Home stretch is fine, go with the flow. Increase your navigation and increase your lane movement. Up tempo, you get better positioning when you're toward the front. That increase your target speed. And then here, Hanshin Yuvanai, she does the Triple Crown, Osaka High, Takuzuka Kinan. Here, if you fit in the Tokyo Derby, is it Tokyo Derby? Here, you can get the Triple Crown, the Spring Triple Crown. And then you just have to do the Otan. Okay, I think, honestly, personally speaking, I think I prefer Mayano Wedding to Air Groove Wedding. But I mean, if it's your waifu, the best way to show that you love your waifu, you just literally go for the one in the wedding outfit, right? For the SSR card, from what I know, they're not that interesting. That's obviously just fully from what I know. We have here release dates, upcoming. Ooh, where are they? It is gonna be Hishi Akebono and Kawaki Princess. Are those the two? Yeah. Kawakami Princess, speed card, friendship bonus, race bonus, fan bonus. Those are pretty good. Initial speed 25, mood effect is okay. Special priority 35. That's pretty decent. She gets power bonus as a speed card. That's pretty nice actually. Initial friendship gauge 30. That as a statistics, that's pretty good. Step distance is nice. Preferred position is okay. Soft step okay. Tether, center stage, navigation, early race. I think that's an okay card. Mood, speed, skill points, speed guts, energy. Ooh, energy and skill point, but 25. That's pretty huge. If you don't want center stage. Random events, guts or mood, energy or steadfast. I think overall that's an okay card. Is it absolutely necessary? No. At this point, everybody has. You're likely to just have Kita-san Black or to want to use Kita-san Black or any of the, 4-star welfare card. That would be good enough for this. And here, this is a Guts card. I don't really have anything to say about Guts card. They're just not that good at the moment. It will be more useful later. Imply the mood effect when training together. Increase the frequency at which your character perceives their preferred training by 20. Friendship bonus. Hints level 4. Hint frequency. That's very high hints. We'll have to see what she does. Sunny day, hydrate, spin corner, final push, countermeasure, meticulous measures. That's okay. Frontrunner, avoid becoming surrounded. Dodging danger, spin gear. Alright, so she's gonna be for sprint frontrunners, basically. Friendship gouge, training effectiveness, special priority 20, that's a bit low. Guts bonus 1, mood effect 30. But she has increased frequency by 20 here, so in total this is 40 actually. But yeah. Alright, I think that's okay as well. Honestly, I feel like you don't have to pull here. We just have better options, or if not better, more easily obtainable. So there we go, that's kind of like my review of what we have upcoming in August and what you can, prepare for. I hope this was useful. It ended up being 40 minutes. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry for the duration of this. And anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.